like any dream job that you will ever have, you will have struggles in it. And this week was just one of those harder weeks. Hey there you guys, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my channel if you're new. If you are new, hi, I'm Abigail. I make Christian videos every week to help you guys to let the truth be told over your guys' lives. And in today's video, I'm going to be talking, well, not talking about, well, I will be talking probably a lot. You guys know me, I talk a lot. In today's video, we're going to be doing just kind of a week through my life just as a YouTuber and what I do throughout the whole week. It's not super organized. Like, I've watched the video myself. It's like not super organized whatsoever. My schedule is kind of weird. But yeah, this week had a lot of hiccups. I honestly was about ready to delete everything I had already edited just because I was like, this doesn't look like one of those, you know, YouTubers in my life videos. Like, mine is super chaotic. It's super, what's the word? Real. I had a lot of struggles this week, and one of the days I didn't even film all together just because I was just really stressed and had a lot of stuff that I had to get done and get uploaded and all of that kind of stuff. I just really want to make sure that that's clear, that just because you're struggling does not mean that you're a bad YouTuber, does not mean that, you know, you should quit YouTube altogether. It just means that maybe you need some time, and that's what I needed. And I took some time actually after filming this video to just kind of recuperate and just make sure that I was ready to film and edit and do all the content stuff. So anyways, with that being said, let's just go ahead and jump into the first little clip, which I'm going to be talking about my thumbnails. So yeah. All right, bye guys. So right now I'm going to be opening up my Canva. Let me show you guys what it looks like. Okay, so now that I am on Canva, what I will usually do is I'll go up into this little color code palette looking thing, and I'll start playing around with the background. Lately I've actually been doing backgrounds on my videos, or like on my thumbnails, and I actually really like the way they look a lot better. Alright, so that's the color that I'm going to keep it with, and now what I'm going to do is go to my uploads, and I already uploaded the photos that I took that's going to be for this video. So I have this photo right here. Okay, so right now I'm just going to go in and start adding in some of the photos that I'm going to add to this picture, and so right now that's what I'm going to do, and I'll come back here shortly. Okay, so this is what my thumbnail ended up looking like. Right now what I'm going to do is I'm going to download this picture into a PNG file. So I'm going to download it real quick. I'm going to send it to my iPad, which is dead, so I have to go charge it. And then we'll be back here shortly, and I'll show you guys what I like to do next with my thumbnails. Alright, so now that I have, I just transported the photo to my iPad, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually transfer it to an app called Procreate. I'm going to make this Polaroid look like as though I like taped it on. I don't know if you guys have seen any thumbnails like that. You guys probably have. If you guys watch Milena Ciciotti, you guys will see in her videos she does that a lot with her thumbnails, and I really like the way that looks. For the taping effect, I like to use the Nico roll. Then what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to draw a tape line, and then hold it there for a second so then it straightens it out a little bit, and basically that's what it'll look like. So for this one though, I'm actually going to redo that again because I did not like the texture of that. So once I finished it, I'm just going to go ahead and save it to a PNG file, and then I'm going to re-export it back to my computer. Alright, so right now I'm going to be going ahead, adding that thumbnail up to my channel, writing the description box, and just making sure that I have all of the videos put in place. And so that's what I'm going to be doing right now, and then I will see you guys here shortly. Okay, so right now I just finished all of the editing. I'm freezing cold. It's California and it's been freezing lately. It's like 50 degrees outside, or 55 or something like that. Some of you guys that are in colder weather are gonna be like, you're crazy. But anyways, hence the blanket. I totally got off on a tangent there. One of the biggest things that has helped me with YouTube is being able to upload my videos to YouTube without publishing them. The thing is you want to keep it under private. And then once you finish the editing, as in, like, let me show you guys really quick. Like all of this, like basically I went through the video, I added all of the links that I wanted to add. I added my merch link, I added the title, the thumbnail. Once all of that part is done, I will go ahead and start scheduling the video for when it's going to go out. This cuts down on the time it takes to upload, because if you know YouTube, it takes like forever to upload the video. So uploading it early and then putting it to private and then publishing it right when you want it to go out is so nice. I will end up clicking schedule and boom, that video will basically be ready to go out tomorrow at 6 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. Most of my Wednesday videos are always on target to go out at a specific time, so pretty much every single Wednesday video will come on at 6 a.m. Pacific time. Again, depending on where you live, it'll be a different time. Alright, so right now I'm actually currently at my church and I'm getting ready to film our Sunday school video. Because of COVID, we've been doing our Sunday schools now online as well as in person. So I am going to be talking about Abraham and about when he looked up into the stars. But right now I'm going to be filming that. I have my iPad here and yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for the next little while. So cool. Alright, so I literally just picked up my microphone since I literally haven't been using it the whole entire video. Whether it works and helps with the audio, I have no idea, but I'm super thirsty, so. So right now I'm at the church. I am getting ready to film. I bring this gigantic bag, and this is where I keep all of my filming equipment. I really wanted to talk about all the things that I use. So anyways, yeah, I'm getting ready to film. Cheers. For my camera, it is just the iPhone camera, nothing super fancy. I have the iPhone SE. I didn't really want to have to spend a ton of money on a camera, and so I just have been using this. Anyways, for my equipment, I got this tripod off of Amazon. I really loved it so far. I'm going to actually set up the tripod because I'm done with filming on top of a coffee pot. I'll show you here in a second, but I'm literally filming on a coffee pot. One thing I love about this tripod is that it has a little hookup thing for iPhones so that I'm able to use my iPhone, and it also has this little rolly thing that goes all the way up like this. I got this microphone off of Amazon. It had like over 3,000 reviews, and so I bought it. It just looks like this. It actually has a jack that's supposed to go into like a computer, so I had to buy the other little extra piece. So I just basically hook that thingy on there so that it can go on my phone. This thing was really important to me that I get this because when I was looking into sound stuff, I really wanted to make sure that I wasn't able to hear the wind, because I get hot in my videos when you have a bunch of lights on you, and when it's summertime here in California and we got the sun beating on you in the window, you don't want to be dealing with the sound of an AC while you're filming, but you're hot, so you need the AC while you're filming. So I just got this little thingy. This came all together except for the little jack piece. Oh, by the way, I forgot to tell you, when I was saying that you guys were next to a coffee pot, you guys were next to a coffee pot. You guys were just like sitting right here, just chilling next to coffee. That's just the way we like to do it here. Okay, so then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm actually going to be pulling out my lights that I use. Where I actually found the lights and how I found them was actually because of Melina Ciciotti. She did a video where she basically did kind of like what I'm doing, sort of, where she talked about like all the equipment that she used, and she just basically did a video talking about how she does her videos. And so then I just stick this little thingy on here, I usually like to use this because when I'm filming, I do sit right next to a window every single time I film. I think that is key. If you guys do not have a window, this baby will come in handy. All right, so right now I'm gonna like go ahead and get the setup ready to go. My tripod's the only thing that I have to move right now. That was so random. I waved at somebody that walked by. So I'm basically just gonna go plug this in, get the light thingy ready. There's another person that walked by. Why are you guys here? But I'm gonna go get the light fixtures hooked up, get the chair where I want it to go, all that stuff. So, be right back. I'm getting ready to film my video. Alright, so I legit can't remember if I actually said that I was going to like show you guys how I edit all of my videos, but I decided that I'm not. I'm gonna wait till I get home and then I might take some time to edit them. But yeah, also, why in the world my eyes look so blue with this lighting? But whatever, it's cool, it's cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up. By the way, my feet are frozen right now. It is so stinking cold. I am freezing my butt off. I'm ready to go home, get into some pajamas, get a blanket, curl up on my bed, and edit some videos. Okay, actually, it's more like I would like to curl up on my bed and watch Netflix or Amazon Prime. But that's not what I gotta do. I gotta do some other stuff first. So I will see you guys all when I get home. And yeah, let's go. Hello, guys. I got home like not too long ago. I took a shower. And I was sitting down to edit the video that I filmed today, and I wanted to talk about a common occurrence that happens a lot when I'm filming. Today basically felt like a waste because I filmed one video. I technically filmed two. I'm not using the second one. Here's the thing. When it comes to my videos, I'm very picky on the aesthetic of the videos. I'm very picky on how I want it to look once it's been published. I'm picky on my thumbnails, and I want it to overall match like the color scheme of my channel. And the color scheme of my channel is like white, pinks in my like channel colors. I use a lot of pinks. I use a lot of like very like pastel like colors. And the video that I filmed was very dark, and unless I was filming a spoken word, then it's not appropriate. So I'm basically gonna have to refilm. Anyways, I'm gonna get some filming done. And yeah, that's what's happening right now. So good night, guys. Alright guys, so it is day 3. Yes, it is day 3. I'm back at our church again, and now I chose to be in a different room. I'm basically going to be transforming part of this room into a studio setup-y looking thing. So what had happened this morning, I really wanted to update you guys on. So this morning, I again decided to film, and let's just say that it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to. It turned out like the opposite of the way I wanted it to. So I then decided, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just bring a bunch of decorations from home and make it look very similar to my aesthetic. As you can tell, the wall is kind of like a bluishy color, and I really like the 10 Commandments sign that's right there. So I'm basically going to move all of this stuff all right here and move it to the opposite side of the room. And then I also brought some decoration-y pieces from home. I brought this like little plant. This, oh nuts, did a word just fall? Yep, a word just fell right now. So I gotta find it. Oh, I brought this little thingy that's always hanging in my room. I have this little shelf, which you guys have seen it in my room. It looks kind of like this. I brought just a bunch of like little plant looking things. That's what's happening right now, and let's go ahead and watch that speeder clip thingy. So yeah. I'm gonna show you guys what the setup I ended up sticking with, so here we go. All right, so this is what it looks like from like behind the scenes, as in like literally behind the actual scene. And then this is the setup that I went with. I did want to show you guys one little bit that I've actually been working on since yesterday, I think. So I just wanted to show you guys what usually my notes look like for my Sunday videos. I don't even know. Let me try and get this to focus. There we go. So those are all of my notes for just one video. I am a firm believer in planning your videos out prior to you filming them, just so that I have, so I think it's very important that you guys take notes on your videos, because when you are ready to sit down and film them, then that's when you have to plan the video out, is when you're about ready to sit down and film it. So for me, planning it prior to you filming it is key. It's important. So anyways, that's what I've been working on right now. I'm still waiting for a friend of mine to call. I just really wanted to show you guys that, just so that you guys kind of see what it kind of looks like. I think it's very crucial and very important that you do that. So yeah, that's what I've been doing right now. All right, so it is currently day 5 of like the week of like all of my YouTube stuff. So I actually did not get a chance to film yesterday and like talk about like editing. Let's just go ahead and talk about my actual editing editing app that I use. I use the app called Perfect Video. It is just a editing app that I found. I honestly have really loved it. It's not like talked about a whole ton, like I haven't heard a ton of people talk about it, but for me personally, I have really enjoyed it. I am not a techie person whatsoever, and so this app is just very simple, very easy to use, very user friendly. Like I could probably teach somebody that doesn't know very much about techie stuff and they could probably be able to figure it out. I was able to figure it out, so that's a huge plus, because I'm not very good in the editing department, and this has just made it extremely easy. I have the paid for version, which I think is like $5. I know it's under 10, I'm just not sure the exact amount. For the editing for the actual videos themselves, you can do so many different things. You can trim up the video if you guys want to. I personally, my favorite feature on it is the snipping tool. You can basically snip together what you want to keep, what you want to get rid of. I usually like to get rid of all of the times pretty much that I say the word or and so, just because those are just words that I feel like I add way too much and they just I don't need them. They're not usually necessary. They're usually just something to add in there. I also use this feature feature to get rid of any times that I take a lot of pauses. When you're talking for a long time, you will get out of breath, or you can't just, talk straight for 20 minutes. Like, that's not even possible. Plus, I just will pause to just like look at my notes and things like that. So you can just snip that part and get rid of it, so you don't have to stop the filming and then start back up the filming. So if you make a mistake, you can go in and take out that little mistake. If you messed up like big time, where you messed up for a minute straight and you were rambling, which I do all the time, just go in and I just take that section and I pull it out, and they always turn out really smoothly. So the next feature that you can do is you can transform the video itself, doing things like this. Basically all I did was I zoomed in and then I zoomed back out, and it just kind of adds kind of a cool effect. I use this a lot when I'm trying to get a really strong point across, to just kind of grab my audience's attention. You can add text, you can add images, you can add images to your videos, you can add videos to your videos. So something like this, for example, this is just the app itself, and so I did a screen recording and I was able to add a video on top of a video, which I do this a lot. I did this in my curly hairs video. It's called a PIP video, and you basically just insert a video over it. So here's the video over this video, I guess. So you can also like take images and like, or not images, you can take photos and like actually like blur them out. I actually tend to do that quite often because I will do that for like my Bible verses. So I basically take the image or the video like this one right here, and I will just make it all blurry, and then I will add text over it as well. So yeah, those are all basically how I edit. But yeah. Alright, so I just really wanted to talk just a little bit about all of the stuff that kind of happened this week, and just kind of talk about my thoughts on it all, and just kind of give you guys a little bit of some encouragement. So the first thing that I really wanted to say is that the YouTube life and like doing YouTube and filming YouTube and uploading and editing and all of that stuff is so fun. It is so much fun. It's such a joy that God has gifted me this platform to be able to communicate with you guys and be able to talk to you guys about scripture and to be able to encourage you guys. But there's also a side that I feel like not a lot of people really talk about, and that it can be really sometimes challenging just to find the time to create content and find the time to edit, upload, do all of this stuff. I really wasn't going to talk about this, and because I thought like, oh, like why do I need to tell a bunch of people about like the struggles that I had this week, like what's the point of that? And when I asked a good friend of mine, or a couple friends of mine, they were like, well, this is like the real genuine part of you and your channel, like you should share about it. And so I just really wanted to tell you guys that sometimes YouTube kind of has this very like, you film a video, you upload it, it doesn't take a lot of editing time and things like that. And to be honest, sometimes editing can be very long and very time consuming, and if you are a YouTuber, you know that sometimes it's a struggle to just simply find time to edit your videos and actually upload them to YouTube. And I think that is honestly a real part, and this week especially, I think that was a bigger struggle just because I literally had to refilm one of my videos 3 different times and make sure that it turned out okay. And plus I had to basically create a set for my video. Like I literally, like if you saw that one clip, I literally had to create a whole different layout thing, which honestly I should have just stayed home because it would have been like a million times easier. I just really wanted to mention and tell you guys that sometimes YouTube does have its perks, and it is amazing and beautiful and awesome, and sometimes you do have struggles, and like any dream job that you will ever have, you will have struggles in it. And this week was just one of those harder weeks. It was a little stressful, and there's, you know, just some little hiccups along the way, but I made it through and I'm good. And I also really wanted to encourage those of you guys that are maybe like just really stressed out, really swamped with maybe your YouTube schedule and whatnot, and I just really want to encourage you and let you guys know that you are making a difference in this world, and you can use this your YouTube platform to bring life or to bring death to people. And I just really want to encourage you in that, like, to be a hope and a light here on YouTube, to witness to other people, to just even if your content is not necessarily Christian related and you are a believer, is to just show your light through your actions. And whether that be that you put a Bible verse at the beginning of your video or whatever it might be, just be a light and be the light of Jesus to these people. I also really want to just encourage you guys to remember why you started your channel. I think if you started your channel to just become famous, like the likelihood of your channel like thriving, it's not going to happen, because you don't really have anything to fall back onto. Like when you're going through a hard time, you don't really have anything to like fall back and be like, oh yeah, this is why I started it. And for me, that is the one thing that constantly is reminded throughout when I have like a rough day or if I have a rough week of filming and stuff, is to remember that like the reason why I'm here is not for my fame and to become famous by any means. It's to bring glory to God and to be able to communicate with you guys the hope that you guys can have through Jesus, the hope that Jesus came down to earth and died on a cross to save you from your sins. And that is honestly my whole reason why I did this channel. It's the heart behind it, it's the joy behind it. This is why I love doing YouTube, is because I get to share what Jesus has been doing in my life, and I get to share what he has radically changed me and changed other people as well. So yeah, this week was difficult, but I made it through and we're good to go. And I also just want to tell you guys that taking a break is okay. If you feel like right now maybe you're stressed and YouTube is kind of becoming overwhelming, it's okay to take a week of a break and reevaluate. I am honestly really considering that right now. That has nothing to do with you guys. It does not mean that I don't love doing YouTube. It's just the realness of, hey, I need some time to reevaluate, to think about, you know, maybe what God's wanting me to be doing through this channel, or just simply, you know, what's next. And for those of you that maybe are like working, or you have a ton of school, like maybe even take the time, take like a week or two off, or even a month, however long you feel like you need to take the time off of YouTube. If YouTube ever becomes something that you are like, feel like it's a something that is just too time consuming, it's okay to take a break. Like YouTube, it won't like be gone within, you know, like with the way the YouTube algorithm and all of the YouTube stuff is going, YouTube's not just gonna like disappear overnight and things like that, and your loyal subscribers will come back to you and will watch you. I had to take a break last year, I don't know when it was, but I literally was kind of off of YouTube for like a month or two, and then I came back and started creating videos again. But it's totally okay to take a break from YouTube. And honestly, even when I did take a break, I didn't lose any of my subscribers. In fact, I actually gained like a ton after taking a break. So just remember that taking a break isn't a bad thing. There's nothing wrong with you. It's just something everybody else needs, or not everybody else, but what you need. So anyways, I hope that was some encouragement for you guys. If you guys would like to hear my story of what actually got me onto YouTube, then let me know in the comments, because I'd love to film a video like talking about how and why I decided to start a YouTube channel, because it's kind of a little bit of an interesting story, and I think it would be a very entertaining video for you guys. So anyways, with that being said, I hope you guys all have a great week, and I hope you guys enjoy this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye guys.